Multiple YouTubers and social media influencers have been out there disregarding their peers, having a good time during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Rag Reynolds and welcome back to Medium Rare. Tana Mongeau is one such example of an influencer who believes that she is above the law, so to speak, that she is above everyone else and that the rules do not apply to her. Tana and fellow influencer Erica Costell were recently seen on Tana's own Instagram story saying, "We don't effing care," while they were at a house party in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Listen, we don't fucking care. Sorry.
Later, Erica took to her own Twitter to apologise for this video on Tana's Instagram story, saying that Tana's comment actually had nothing to do with COVID, but was to do with some beef they were involved in. Hey guys, I just want to apologise for the video that was posted last night on Tana's Instagram story. The comment we made was not intended as it was perceived. Saying we don't care was about our previous beef. It was in no way related to the COVID-19 pandemic we are in. However, I understand that this came off offensive during this time. It was insensitive, careless, and stupid for me to even be at a party during the pandemic. I am truly sorry to anyone I let down or upset in any way, and I fully take accountability for my actions. Now, I don't know about you, but that apology doesn't quite sit right with me. That just sounds like a little bit of damage control. It's very easy to apologise for something like this after the fact, after you've already been out and had a good time. The fact of the matter is here, she doesn't care. Tana doesn't care. These people do not care. They went out, they had a good time, they potentially endangered their peers, the people around them, they disregarded everyone else and the rules, and then afterwards decided, okay, we've had our fun, now let's do a little bit of damage control. That's what happened. And as far as Tana goes, she's also attended 2 other parties during the COVID-19 pandemic that we are aware of. This is just the ones we're aware of. She may have even attended more. One of these parties was at Jake Paul's house, and the other was at Hype House. Hype House was a party in which many influencers attended, including James Charles, who later apologised for attending that party. Prior to this party that Tana had attended with this Instagram video where she said they don't care, she had also been seen on her Instagram story with Jake Paul at a steakhouse. And now there's no indication that Jake Paul attended the party afterwards, but what is worth noting is that Jake Paul personally has been in contact with people who have had COVID. People such as Tanner Fox. And what's even more important to note here is that Jake Paul has not self-isolated, and that he and his team have actually said in response to this that they do not care. Well, hey, at least give Jake some credit here. At least he's honest that he doesn't care, unlike a lot of these other creators who are putting out these false front apologies. And now guys, this whole thing is just one such example of these so-called internet celebrities disregarding the rules as though they don't apply to them because they're rich, they're famous, so how could the rules apply to them? They only apply to the other little peasants out there, not them, of course not them. These people clearly have no respect for the well-being of others. And I do think it's important to be aware that yes, in other parts of the world, such as the UK where I live and other parts of Europe, the pandemic and the whole virus has calmed down a lot. It has calmed down to the point where life has largely returned to normal. People are back at work, restaurants have started opening again, all the rest of it. The main difference is, okay, people are maybe a little more apprehensive to go near each other, there's a little bit of social distancing there, and people are wearing masks more often. But although that's the case here in the UK and in other parts of the world, that is not so much the case in the US. The US is still having big spikes. The US are still seeing large numbers of cases. Just last week, California reported its highest number of single-day COVID-related deaths yet. And California is also the state with the most COVID cases in the US, and guess what? That's also where all these influencers are out partying. There was also a tweet from YouTuber Elijah Daniel saying this, warning, a lot of influencers have been confirmed to me testing positive for COVID-19 after the influencer parties, like a lot, and they aren't saying anything and aren't warning people they came in contact with after. If you attended, get tested. Y'all cause an outbreak. Thanks. These people are not social distancing. They are not wearing masks. They are oftentimes right up in each other's faces. They're probably sharing drinks with one another. It's not good, and it sends a horrible message to everyone watching. Tana and Erica may claim that Tana's "we don't care" comment was not in regards to COVID. And maybe it wasn't. But I think it's very hard to argue that that same statement of theirs would not also apply to their opinion of COVID. These people clearly do not care. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you're thinking about all this in those comments down below. And until next time, everyone, make sure to check out my links in the description down below, my Patreon, my Twitter, all my other social media, and I'll see you in the next video.